In the world of finance, there are winners and losers. Some people win big, some people lose big, and sometimes the people that win big end up losing big later on. Bitcoin is not different in that respect. People have gained and lost fortunes in the blink of an eye in the crypto trade. Every day, more and more people are investing in cryptocurrency and using it to make purchases online and in the real world. Since the launch of Bitcoin, many other cryptocurrencies have popped up as well. And now, even world governments are launching their own digital money. The ever-growing prevalence of cryptocurrencies and out-of-control inflation has some experts worried about a coming financial crash. One of these experts with a grim outlook on the future of the world financial market is Robert Kiyosaki, author, businessman, and financial expert. Let's take a look at why Robert Kiyosaki says the financial bubble is about to burst, and why cryptocurrency may be our lifeline. Before we get into the video, take a few seconds to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And at the very end of the video, drop a comment in the comment section down below. Your feedback helps us to create even better content in the future. Thank you. Robert Kiyosaki is a successful modern American businessman who has come to be known for his extremely popular financial education books and programs. Kiyosaki is the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad book series that consists of 14 books and has since been transformed into a global brand. He has authored 26 books total, all dealing with finance and personal wealth. His Rich Dad Poor Dad series has been translated into 51 languages and sold over 40 million copies worldwide. Robert Kiyosaki is a Japanese-American who was born in Hawaii. After serving in the Marine Corps and then working in sales for Xerox Corporation, Robert tried his hand at entrepreneurship. He leaped into entrepreneurship with his first business. He sold Velcro wallets that were all the rage back in the 80s. Unfortunately, he didn't protect his product with patents, and eventually his wallet company went bankrupt when competitors snatched up most of his market share. Soon after his first business went belly up, he fearlessly opened up another company, and this time around, he chose to open a company that sold licensed apparel for heavy metal bands. But good times would not last forever on his second attempt at entrepreneurship, and this company would eventually close shop as well. Successful people don't fear failure, but understand that it's necessary to learn and grow from. Fortunately, Robert kept pressing forward and didn't let those first two defeats deter him from reaching success. He did what all great entrepreneurs and businessmen do. He persisted until he succeeded. While working for the Xerox company to pay the bills, and throughout all his attempts at new businesses, he kept striving to build a business and find financial independence. In doing so, he continued to invest in assets like real estate, and slowly but surely, he invested in enough real estate to reach one of his main goals: financial freedom. He reached his goal of having more cash flow in every month from his investments than was flowing out to pay living expenses. Eventually, Robert would use his milestone success in real estate to find even more success. He leveraged his real estate success until his education company gained traction. Then, shortly after seeing success in his new venture, he sold that company and leveraged his newfound wealth to start another education company. And it was this company where he found his major success. It was this success that led him to become the wealth guru the world has come to know him by. Kiyosaki is a man people listen to when it comes to high finance, commerce, investing, and even cryptocurrencies. Throughout 2020, Kiyosaki had been pretty bullish about crypto. He had even predicted in April that the price of Bitcoin would surge to $1.2 million in 5 years, noting that increased money printing by the government's excessive stimulus and the devaluation of the US dollar would give Bitcoin a golden ticket. Kiyosaki's interest in Bitcoin was piqued earlier this year when Bitcoin went through a supply squeeze, known as a halving, just as the US Federal Reserve and other central banks around the world were ramping up money printing to prop up economies ravaged by coronavirus-induced lockdowns. In May 2020, a historic event cut the daily incoming supply of Bitcoin from 1,800 Bitcoin per day to 900 Bitcoin per day, a sort of quantitative hardening, opposite of what the Feds is doing by printing trillions of dollars. Central banks, in simplest terms, create money out of nothing. They create fake money and loan it to governments. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is completely decentralized, meaning that nobody can manipulate the market and there's not any single point of failure, Kiyosaki wrote, adding, "It'll be interesting to see how long the central banks will tolerate the competition from cyber money before there's a shutdown," Kiyosaki told Business Insider. According to Kiyosaki, the COVID-19 pandemic and impending lockdowns marked the origin of the coming economic catastrophe, suggesting the financial collapse will come as a result of suspicious governmental control. The famous financial guru stated that he endorses cryptocurrency as a concept because of its decentralized nature, absent from systemic national reliance. I like crypto because it's outside the system. It doesn't depend on the Federal Reserve Bank, or the Treasury, or Wall Street, Kiyosaki said on his weekly podcast. Kiyosaki has been touting digital currencies as a hedge against coming financial strife for over a year. He sees the current inflation rate as the catalyst for the worst financial crash in history. According to Kiyosaki, the architects of the coming depression are the Fed, President Biden, and the Treasury Department continuing to stroke inflation by printing insane amounts of paper money. In 1 month, June of this year, the United States printed more money than it had in the last 20 years. With paper money being printed and distributed to the masses at that rate, it is safe to assume the big fall is right around the corner. That being said, Kiyosaki admits the coming financial turmoil will affect digital currencies in a big way, and we are likely to see a gargantuan crash in the crypto market, along with the world's financial markets. But Kiyosaki believes cryptos, such as Bitcoin, will still hold enough value to possibly become the most valuable form of currency left standing, thus ushering in a new age of digital commerce at the end of fiat currencies and paper money. Although Kiyosaki sees a dark financial future for the world, he does offer hope in the form of sound financial advice that may help you weather the coming financial storm. Financial markets are barreling toward a brutal downturn, and investors should bank on cryptocurrencies and precious metals to weather the fallout. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, tweeted, "The biggest crash in world history is coming," he said, adding that sell-offs create buying opportunities, but that markets wouldn't recover for a long time. "Get more gold, silver, and Bitcoin while you can," he said. Kiyosaki's best-selling book strongly advises people to have a firm understanding of their financial situation, not to rely on others for capital, and to gain wealth by investing in businesses, real estate, and other assets. The founder of Rich Global and Rich Dad Company has been sounding the alarm on the market for several months. "Biggest bubble in world history getting bigger," he tweeted. "Fed will raise interest rates causing stock, bond, real estate, and gold crash," he tweeted in May. Kiyosaki recommended holding crypto and metals, saying he expected them to retain more of their value and be more easily converted into cash than other assets during a downturn. "Why do I like gold, silver, Bitcoin? Liquidity," he tweeted in February. "People are rushing in to buy a house at the top of the real estate market when real estate crashes cannot get out." Notably, the personal finance Jedi praised the retail investor who executed short squeezes on GameStop, AMC, and other assets earlier this year. "Robinhood and Reddit traders kicking the butts of institutional investors," he tweeted in late January. "Keep it up. Love it. I'm excited about Reddit going after the manipulated silver market," he tweeted a few days later, adding, "God bless Reddit traders," he tweeted in late January. Kiyosaki is far from the only high-profile commentator to predict a crash. Leading investors such as Jeremy Grantham, Leon Cooperman, Stanley Druckenmiller, and Michael Burry of the Big Shot fame have all said the boom will end painfully. For now, Kiyosaki is preparing for the worst, as he has no intentions of becoming a victim of the world's financial ruin. Maybe we should heed Robert Kiyosaki's advice and start preparing for the uncertain road ahead. So what do you think? Sound off in the comment section below. And if this video brought value to you, thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. That way you never miss out on future uploads. Until next time.